And now, live from the studios of Freedom's Phoenix, Ernest Hancock.
What the hell am I looking at? When does this happen in the movie?
Now. You're looking at now, sir. Everything that happens now is happening now.
What happened to then?
We passed then.
When?
Just now. We're at now.
Go back to then.
When?
Now.
Now?
Now.
I can't.
Why?
We missed it.
When?
Just now.
When will then be now?
Soon.
How soon?
Sir!
What?
We've identified their location.
Where?
It's the moon of Vega.
Good work. Set a course and prepare for our arrival.
When?
1900 hours,
By
sir.
high noon tomorrow, they will be our prisoners.
Oh!
Yep. You know, this is what I'm thinking of when I look at the news as it's being plugged in to certain categories. You know, it's just, you never hear about a lot of the things. It's, you know, media ignores a lot of things that are just really earth-changing in our lives, but it doesn't fit their agenda. There's not a surplus of this. There's too much of that. One of the stories, we had a friend of mine sent this just right before the show, where they'll probably be up here in a little bit. Sierra will have it up. Was they're talking about anti-hoarding laws here in Arizona. This is how they're framing it. Now think about it. I went through this before during the Clinton administration. They were saying that too many people were hoarding diapers and baby formula, and that it was impacting. They were trying to use this Commerce Clause thing. You're buying too much, it affects prices, and you shouldn't. We got to have a law on anti-hoarding laws, and gas prices went up, or fuel lines get cut, and something you can't. We got to control it. It's got to be central command. Okay. Why? What do they care? Then you have the program on television called Hoarders or something. It's one of the cable shows. You know, I don't watch you to see the advertisements for it, but it's about people that hoarded a lot of stuff in their homes. And what they're saying is that people hoarding stuff, it's dangerous. You know, we had some explosions of this and fire, and this guy did that, and whatever. And as the firemen come in, the police, they can't get in or they can't maneuver right. It's too messy a house. There ought to be a law. Who's this directed at? Let me tell you, I guarantee you write a law, it's going to say not only how much or blocking where you can walk. What do they care? It's not their job anyway. It's my property. I do what I want. But it's what you can hoard. How much ammunition can you have? How much can you put in one place, be stored close in proximity of, and have and explosives and this, and it could and might and, you know, and affect, and you can't. Okay? Where does it stop? We have on Freedom's Phoenix today, there's a story about the ghost cities in China. They're talking about, I think it was the number was 63 million vacant living dwellings in terms of, you know, condos, apartments, whatever they got there. 63 million just sitting vacant. Because to get a good number for their gross domestic product, their GDP for, I don't know, whatever reason, you know, some stupid formula that they were given by, you know, a Geithner, you know, they go, okay, you know, we got to, whatever, make us look good on paper. 63 entire cities with, you know, many under 20% occupancy. They have the Great Wall of China, you know, they have the not so great Mall of China. That's what they're calling it now. It's 3-4 levels, enormous, biggest in the world. Hardly any vendors, no customers. They'll go an entire day without selling one thing. So there's a big bubble ready to go in China. It's all central command. Because what they've done is they go to the local provinces and the cities and they say, we need to increase GDP based on whatever formula. And the easiest way to do that is to build. So they do. Whether they need it or not. There's no free market check and balance on anything. There's no, you know, I want to speculate, fine. Well, then the free market will determine. It happened here in the U.S. Speculation was all by government mandate, low interest rates, intervention in some form or another. And China goes, heck, we can do this even better. You know what we do? At the same time that we were using, you know, interest rates to encourage people to do certain things, they go, we can just push a button and say, do it. Man, they do it. They did. And what happened? Entire cities that are able to hold millions, tens of millions of people sitting there vacant. Just type in a Google search, and you can do satellite, and you can just see them, enormous cities, and you just go, ghost cities, China, boom, everywhere. Now, we have a video. It was done by an Australian news company, and they call it Dateline, and you go ahead, or Nightline, I think it was Dateline, and you go there, and you just watch this 10-minute video of what's going on in China. Sierra and I watched it this morning. We hear about this, but this is an excellent video. You get to see it. And how a brand new city, a brand new mall, just starts to deteriorate right before your eyes. You can see it. Years go by. Concrete starts to go. Stucco starts to fall off. Why would they fix it? Who's there to fix it? To fix it for whom? So this is the kind of stuff that's going on a regular basis. And while all this other stuff is happening, the entire planet's ready to implode. Let's go ahead, and I'm just going to go over some of the links that we have here. One of the stories that we didn't dwell on as much as I'd like to have, hotter solar energy. Siemens looks to cut the cost and boost the efficiency of solar thermal power. Now, I'm going to go ahead. Let me take this over. We'll use the other computer so we can put it onto the video here. We'll do this. Because what's happened is, go this way because I can. Now, what they've done is they have taken the opportunity to explain to us what Siemens, a large power generation company, well, it's more they're high tech, but this is what they've done. The idea is to expand the use of molten salts, which many plants already use to store extra heat. If the idea proves viable, it will boost a plant's steam temperature up to 540 degrees Celsius, the maximum temperature that the steam turbines can take. This is what happens. What they do is when you focus these like half semicircle long solar collectors that you can see in this graphic if you're looking on here, and they focus it onto a tube that is heated. It is heated so much, and it's in a closed system, just like a nuclear power plant. You're just generating heat. That heat goes usually in the form of some kind of oils. Now, steam is made at 100 degrees Celsius. So if they use just water and they put it under pressure, they can make it really hot. But if they have certain salts, it transfers the heat better. And they need to keep them to where they don't solidify and go solid, that it flows. So you got to keep it at a certain temperature. So they're working on these salts that they can keep liquid at a lower temperature, and it can maintain a higher temperature. They've gotten to the point now that it's really starting to be efficient. They're gaining, with this new technology, new salts, they've gained another 10% in productivity of creating steam, to the point that the steam has gotten so hot that the steam turbines can't take it. They got to limit it to 540 degrees Celsius, which Fahrenheit is like a lot. So you go, okay, all right, now what? Do you hear about this? No. They have solar collectors in the form of increasing the electrons produced by making it cheaper to produce the cells. Now, how they do that is they're able to do it like on a printer. You just print them out. Okay. We print it out and you make shingles out of it. Years ago, they were talking about shingles. So we go, all right, where was that being done? They were doing that in Hawaii. In Hawaii, they were creating shingles that were solar generating and starting to put them up. Okay, and then what happened to them? I don't know. They need to be more efficient than some other forms. What happens is they subsidize oil. They'll come in and they'll go, okay, we got to make this cheaper. As oil is so expensive now and gasoline is near $5 a gallon, it's going to be by the end of the summer, will it stay there? It never does. It'll always dip. It'll go half what it is now just to kill the venture capital going into other generations of power. Power has really got my attention because I can understand how it frees everyone. We'll go quickly through the news when we come back.